Welcome back to M&A Ambassadors, Becoming the USP, the Ultimate Sales Professional. Now, in the previous video, we launched a mini-series on qualifying or discovery. And we quickly looked at what you needed to find out in a particular sequence. The need, the motivation to buy or the dominant buying motive, the financial facts, the decision time frame, are you speaking with the key decision maker? And we ended that video talking about a sixth thing that you need to find out, which was the concerns the client may be having at that moment. Now, why bring this up during the qualifying? Now, there are two schools of thought on this. We have one group of salespeople who believe, and they really do believe this, saying, why should we do this? I might get the client to start focusing on negative things very early when he's been just giving me answers to the questions I'm asking. I'd rather not do it. I'll deal with it later when it comes up. That is one school of thought. There is a second school of thought, and that's the one that I come from, where you have salespeople who believe that if a client has already got some concerns at the back of his mind, maybe something he just heard somewhere, a past experience, or he watched a newspaper or read a newspaper article, watched something on a YouTube, he just got some information from somewhere. And we do not know whether that source is genuine, but it's there in his mind and is going to interfere with all the answers he's giving you, as well as his listening ability to be genuinely open to you. And if I don't ask for these concerns, there's a very real possibility when I start to present my solution, it could be similar to something where he had a problem before. And you would present it saying, based on what you told me, these are the best options for you. And now he's going to tell you, no, I don't like those kind of communities. I don't like those kind of investments. I've done that before and it didn't work for me. And you go into negative space where what you have offered as best solutions for him now have been torn apart. Anything that you offer after this is going to be second best. So the really smart salespeople are not afraid to ask this question because it is part of the need. The client is not just telling you, I need an investment, but he's also telling you, I need an investment that will not give me the problems that I had before. So even if you do have a client asking you this question, or maybe, let's say you ask the question and the client might say, why do you need to know that? All you have to do is I'll take the name of the client. I'll say, Ahmed, I just want to make sure when you invest with me, you don't have any problems at all. That's why I'm asking. So you cannot lose by asking this question, but you could definitely uncover some challenge or situation which when you are presenting the solution, you already know it's a pain area. So I can either circumvent it or I can address it during my presentation so he doesn't have to raise it as an objection or a concern later. So the better school, the school of salespeople who really close the bigger deals, better value, have always learned when you work with the concerns and the needs of the clients, you get better acceptance of the solutions. Now, having said that, we also need to understand that there are three different levels of questions that we need to be asking. Level 1 questions are your basic information questions. These are questions which will give you one-word answers, two-word answers. Not much thought goes into it. What kind of home are you looking for? So which community do you have in mind? So the level 1 questions would typically start with what, where, who, when, those sort of questions. Okay? The second level of question uncovers the dominant buying motives, and those are typically why questions. Why is that community important? Why is that your ideal home? Why do you prefer that kind of an investment and a long payment plan? Things like that. The why will uncover the dominant buying motive. And then the level 3 questions are emotional questions. They usually begin with how and sometimes what. So how would it feel if we could find you that home today? So I'll end this video with a very short example, simple example, a level 1, level 2 and level 3. And you check as you're listening how you feel about it. So level 1, what does your ideal home look like? A level 2, why is that your ideal home? Now they have to think and give you the answers. And level 3 would be, so how would it feel if we could find you that home today. You can see the power of asking the right kind of questions. Now, in the next video, I'll take you through the actual qualifying process and the typical qualifying questions you should be asking. I want to thank you once again for joining us on this episode of M&A Ambassadors, Becoming the USP, the Ultimate Sales Professional.